Alright guys, yesterday Liverpool and Brighton played out a 6-goal draw. The reason I've delayed this video till today is because I actually went to the game and it was a brilliant game for the neutral to watch, I'd imagine, but it's not what you want to see as a Liverpool fan. Liverpool, once again, slow start. It seems like every single game at the moment, when Liverpool come up against a reasonably decent side, it doesn't even have to be a side that are great. Liverpool already just like give the opposition a head start, and then you're fighting a losing battle. Brighton were just brilliant from the off. They were taking the game to Liverpool, and just when they got the ball around the area of Liverpool's defence, they were managing to play these superb passing triangles and get past Liverpool's defence with ease, whether it be Trent, Matip, Tsimikas. Midfield, again, I thought, I was listening to TalkSport on the way home, and some of the fans were giving Henderson a hammering. I thought Henderson was the best midfielder out of the three yesterday. Although he made the error for the first goal in not getting the ball away good enough, but outside of that, he had a quite good game, to be fair, Henderson. The first goal, yeah, he was at fault, but Trent has got to do better in stopping Trossard getting past him. It's far too easy for Trossard just to shift the ball onto his left foot and get the shot off. And yeah, from then on, Liverpool couldn't get back into the game. And Brighton got a second, again through Leandro Trossard. And once again, it was just poor defending from Liverpool. And you cannot expect to come close to winning a league title defending like Liverpool are at the moment. I don't know how many goals Liverpool have conceded so far this season, but it is too many. Liverpool, to be fair though, from the 20th minute onwards, when they were 2-0 down, they did start to perform quite well. They were creating a few chances here and there, but the goal, the first one, came from Henderson being one of the first players for Liverpool just to try to pick out someone, and he managed to pick out Salah. Now Salah somehow plays a ball through to Firmino. I don't know if it was intentional. If it was, then I think Mohamed Salah is a genius, because how on earth do you see that? And Firmino manages to hit it into an empty net. And that made it 2-1 at half-time. Now, Klopps sub at half-time, bringing Diaz on for Fabio Carvalho, I thought was a very good substitution. In fact, you could argue Diaz probably should have started the game. I'm not a fan of Carvalho starting on the wing. I think he's a really good player, and I really like watching him for Liverpool. He's been very good in the minutes he's had so far this season for Liverpool. Obviously got that last-minute winner against Newcastle. But he's a midfielder, he's not a winger, because he just looked lost down the left wing. He couldn't keep his position, he had to keep drifting in to pick up the ball, and then when he gets the ball, there's no one out on the left-hand side, because if Tsimikas pushes that far forward, then you've got the problem of Brighton hitting you on the counter-attack, and you're already 2-0 down. So yeah, the change that Klopp made for Diaz to be brought on changed the game for 15 minutes, and Liverpool started to dominate in the second half. Firmino managed to get an equaliser. It was a really well taken goal. He managed to get it past a couple of Brighton defenders, get his shot off. And there were a couple of occasions in the first half where Firmino had sort of a half chance, but he took too long on it. But in the second half, he was making no mistake of that, and he probably should have had a hat-trick with the headed chance he had, but he put right at Sanchez. Liverpool managed to take the lead, bit of a freak goal, just corner whipped in, and Webster just had very little chance to do anything about it. Rebounded off him and went into an empty net once Sanchez had tried to punch it. But yeah, from then on, Klopp obviously made the substitution of taking Henderson and Tsimikas off and bringing Milner and Harvey Elliott on. Now, here's where I just think a few Liverpool fans, when they complain about Henderson, can be a bit brainless at times. For Liverpool's system to work, you need a defensive player to cover for the fullbacks. Now, obviously, people say Fabinho, but Fabinho isn't there to do that. Fabinho's into break-up play and sit in front of the defence and, you know, spray out long passes to the two wingers. But you need, when you've got Trent Alexander-Arnold pushing forward like he does, you need someone to drop back in and cover for him. Jordan Henderson's ideal at that. Harvey Elliott isn't. Now, the third goal for Brighton, the equaliser, came from a break down the left-hand side, which, if you have Jordan Henderson coming back and once Brighton have hit you on the counter-attack, that goal probably doesn't... It probably isn't allowed to happen because the space wouldn't be there for the ball to be played across goal. And even Milner, I know Milner is a really good footballer, but it's been a long time since he's played left back, probably about 4 or 5 years since he's played there for a good run of games. So it's quite hard to get into the mindset of where the right winger, in this case Leandro Trossard, who scored his hat-trick, is going to be. Whereas Tsimikas has had quite a few run of games now for Liverpool, a good run of games now for Liverpool, and would be more suited to picking up the winger. The ball should never be allowed to cross in first place. Virgil van Dijk's got to get that clear, he's got to get something on it, which he doesn't. And I must say Van Dijk so far this season has been average at best, that has to be said. I don't think he's been one of Liverpool's worst defenders, but he has been average so far. I'd say Joel Matip's probably been Liverpool's best defender so far this season. He didn't have a good game yesterday, but in the games he has played, he's performed very well, Matip. And Trossard managed to squeeze it in the roof of the net. Alisson got a hand to it, but it came in off the crossbar. And yeah, that made it 3-3. But it's just not good enough defensively from Liverpool at all. But what I will say about Brighton is I thought with Graham Potter gone and Roberto De Zerbi coming in, maybe this could sort of halt their form a little bit. But yesterday they showed that, you know, they're not going to forget their playing style anytime soon. And yeah, I thought they all played very well. There wasn't a Brighton player on the pitch I'd pick out that had a particularly bad game, to be honest. I thought Lewis Dunk was very good at the heart of their defence, and I think he definitely should be under consideration for a World Cup call-up, because the state of some of England's defenders right now is just shocking. If you look at players like Harry Maguire, Tyrone Mings over the past 12 months, there are better players than them to get into Gareth Southgate's squad, in my opinion. But yeah, I also thought Klopp was partly to blame yesterday. I've already mentioned the substitution of taking Henderson off and why that makes zero sense for me when you are winning the game. But bringing Nunez on with 1 minute to go is just criminal to me, because as soon as Nunez came on the pitch, he was trying to make things happen. He looked up for it and was just constantly, for the 5 minutes he was on the pitch, just running at every single Brighton player he could. And he looked like he wanted just to win it more than anyone else on the pitch. I can't imagine how frustrated he must be, because I know he's made the mistake of getting himself sent off against Crystal Palace, but he needs chances, Nunez. He has got it in him to be a very good player. But yeah, I thought some of the substitutions were not the best from Klopp yesterday. But yeah, it was a very good game to watch. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.